This is the fastest MN45 in the world that uses a brushless system. Well, at least for MN45 model on YouTube at this moment. But if you look for Going Nowhere in Life or Tom Lee RC channel, they already did brushless conversion for WPL way before me. To upgrade brushless is pretty easy and quite cheap. I spent less than $20 to upgrade from brush to brushless system. This tutorial is for WPL, MN, JJRC, Heng Long and other 1/16 or 1/12 RC crawler. The items needed are transmitter, I use cheap Dumbo RC brands. Brushless ESC, I use TSKY 120A because it's cheap. Anyway, even if you use 35A ESC, it will give similar result from what is shown in this video. For the motor, I use Surpass Hobby 2445 360/100 kV. 2445 means that the motor has a diameter of 24mm and 45mm long. For the battery, I use 2S or 7.4V LiPo. Even I can use two 18-6500 battery to run this RC, but it will be not as fast as these two LiPo battery. The Onbo brand is a bit faster because it has higher C rating. Then I use WPL Dual Speed Gearbox. This gearbox has a high and low speed selection. Then we need a metal shaft to connect gearbox to the bridge. In this video, I will use 3 different size pinion gear, which is 8T, 13T and 12T gear. Let's begin. First, we remove the 370 motor from Dual Speed Gearbox. The default pinion gear has 8 teeth or 8 teeth with a diameter of 4.85mm. If you want to buy, it's usually written as 5mm diameter. It's same. Actually, you can use Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive pinion gear if it's hard for you to find the 8T pinion. For the default motor has a shaft size of 2mm, whereas the 2445 brushless motor has a larger shaft, which is 2.3mm. Therefore, we need to enlarge the diameter of the 8T pinion gear. I use 2.2mm drill bit to enlarge it. For easier installation, you can buy 2430 or 2435 brushless motor that uses a 2mm shaft, so you can use pinion gear from the 370 motor. To remove the gear, you can heat it up until it loosens, or you can use gear puller, or you can use pliers and small nails. To attach the gear to the motor, I use vice. You can also use C-clamp. After that, we just installed the brushless to fit into WPL 2-speed gearbox. It doesn't need any modification because it has same diameters. However, because the 2445 motor is longer, we need to cut the front frame like this. If you don't want to cut the frame, you can use a shorter brushless motor, for example 2430 or 2435. This is an example of speed using Tamiya's 8T gear. If you use the Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive gear, it will be a bit noisy, but in terms of functionality, it works well without a problem. If you can find 8T gear that has 5mm diameter, it will be more quiet. Now we will use 13T gear. This is a plastic gear that I got from some robotic gear package. Because the gear size is bigger, we need a slight modification in the gearbox. We need to enlarge middle hole and the one on the right. We can use file, Dremel or something similar. We do this so the motor position can be safe. It is for adjusting the gear mesh. After that, we fasten the motor. Attached to the gearbox, and this is an example using the 13T gear. This is when I put the drift wheels. Second gear. And this is an outdoor test. When using 13T gear, it is difficult for full throttle because the top speed is too high. The road conditions are uneven and the standard suspension is too bouncy. It is not full throttle in this video because it keeps flipping. The acceleration is a bit heavy when using 13T gear. Finally, we used the 12T gear, and I am very happy with this gear because it already has a 2.3mm shaft hole, so it will fit perfectly with 2445 motor. With 12T gear, the acceleration is still good, as you can see later. In this video, I only use a 2S LiPo. If I use 3S or 11.1 volt battery, it will run faster. We need to decrease turning percentage to reduce flipping. If the road is wet, the tire easily loses traction. Can we still use it for crawling? Power-wise, it is still quite powerful even if we use 12T gear as long as we use a low speed mode. This is an example for vertical climbing. It is still strong enough. However, it has a bit of drawback, which is the motor is trembling, or you can call it cogging if we start it slow. If this happens, we need to pull the throttle more until it moves. After that, we can decrease the speed. This is not ideal for crawling because we cannot do a smooth start. But if you ask me, can we still use it for off-road? Then in my opinion, we can still do that, as you can see in this video. Cogging is common in low-priced brushless systems. If you use more expensive brushless ESC and motor, especially the one that's designed for crawling, then this problem doesn't occur. To reduce the trembling or cogging effect, you can use smaller pinion gear. So, if you want to do off-road, then 8T pinion is a better choice. In conclusion, if you want more fun on road, then I recommend a brushless upgrade. But if your most activity is crawling or off-road usage, then stay in brush system might be a better choice. Thanks for watching.